Coronation Street star Amy Robbins has spoken exclusively to Digital Spy about what's next for Christina Boyd, and fans should brace themselves for more revelations about her backstory. Christina was recently caught out by her loved ones over a devastating spending addiction, which had led to her fraudulently taking out credit cards in other people's names. While Christina's partner George Shuttleworth was understanding and gave her one last chance to get her life back on track, he's currently unaware that she's still making frivolous purchases behind his back. Amy chatted to us while taking part in a stylish photo shoot celebrating Corey's nominations at the Inside Soap Awards 2026. The pictures appear in the new bumper issue of Inside Soap, which is out now. You can see our exclusive behind-the-scenes video from the photo shoot at the top of the page, then read on for Amy's full Q&A. Kind of strange but very exciting. I don't think I'm very funny, really, funny in the head but not funny. Laughs. I'm chuffed to bits to be nominated. Why should fans get behind Corey for the Best Soap Prize this year? The sheer wealth of storylines this year has just blown my mind as a viewer. It's been brilliant, Theo and Todd, and Debbie's storyline too. They've just been fabulous. Come on, we all know it's the one, so crack on. Did you enjoy the magazine photo shoot? I've loved the photo shoot. I never get a chance to wear nice clothes. Well, apart from when I'm Christina. In real life I just like to wear jeans and pajamas actually. So who doesn't love having a bit of slap put on and a nice shiny shirt? We've recently learned a lot more about Christina's past. Have you enjoyed delving into her backstory? I've loved delving into Christina's past, to explain why she is the nutter that she is. Everyone has got a reason to be annoying and it's good to see that she's got a heart after all. The reason that she's become the way she is that she's a complicated girl. It's fabulous to just have a look into that, really, and long may that continue. It's exciting times. Do you think George and Christina's relationship is strong enough to survive any more drama that comes their way? I think that George and Christina are in many ways a match made in hell, I mean heaven. Laughs. No, they are. They've finally found someone who completes each of them. Christina has found someone who'll put up with her, warts and all. I like to think that they'll stick together, come rain and shine. What's next for Christina? I think for the rest of the year, coming up for Christina you're going to see things that are quite revelatory. It'll explain why she's been the naughty girl that she has been, why she's got a spending addiction, and why she's been such a terrible mother up until this point. You'll get to understand what it is that's caused it all, and she's not such a bad girl after all. She's been through a lot. Aside from Daisy, does Christina have anyone from her past who could pop in? Who knows? Christina's got a hell of a past on her and there's always going to be someone lurking somewhere who could turn up at any moment. She's lived a life, and we've only caught her at this point. Heaven knows what she was getting up to before now. Maybe we're about to find out. Christina was briefly one of the suspects for Theo's death. If it hadn't been Sarah, do you think Christina ever could have done it? Christina's the kind of person who'd try to protect her loved ones, which mainly now is George, and maybe at a push Daisy, although she hasn't been the best mom. I think she's got it in her, maybe not to murder, but enough to give somebody a pretty good shove. She's packing a bit of power. How protective will Christina be towards Todd moving forward? I think Christina and George are massively protective of Todd. He's the son they never had, they just adore him and they'd do anything to look after him. Considering none of them are blood related, they make a pretty good family unit, so I think they'll be there every step of the way. Is there more coming up with Christina and Debbie? I believe we're going to see loads more of the girls, Debbie's gang. That is just such a laugh to film because we're all good mates in real life. It's just fab. They're the bits I really look forward to, I love it to death. Christina's life on Coronation Street could be heading towards another dramatic turning point, with fresh bombshells set to leave her struggling to keep control of her future. For weeks, Christina has appeared determined to put recent turmoil behind her. She has tried to stay strong, make sensible decisions and convince those around her that she knows exactly what she wants. But beneath that confident exterior, there are signs that Christina may still be carrying secrets. And if the latest developments are anything to go by, her biggest problems may only just be beginning. Christina's past refuses to stay buried. Christina has been hoping for a fresh start, but Weatherfield has a habit of making that almost impossible. Just when she begins to believe that the worst is behind her, another uncomfortable reminder of the past threatens to pull her back into the chaos. This time, however, Christina could find herself facing questions she simply cannot avoid. Someone close to her begins to notice that she is behaving differently. Christina becomes increasingly guarded whenever certain subjects are mentioned, while her attempts to change the conversation only make people more suspicious. At first, she insists that everything is fine. It becomes clear that she is hiding something. The question is whether Christina is protecting herself, or protecting somebody else. A shock discovery changes everything. The situation takes an even darker turn when a surprising discovery threatens to expose what Christina has been trying so desperately to keep hidden. What makes the revelation particularly explosive is that Christina may not have expected anyone to uncover the truth. Suddenly, the carefully constructed future she has been planning begins to look extremely uncertain. Christina is left with an impossible choice. She can finally tell the truth and risk destroying relationships that matter to her, or she can continue keeping quiet and hope that the secret disappears. Unfortunately for her, the second option may no longer be possible. As suspicions grow, Christina finds herself under pressure from more than one direction. And one person in particular may be ready to confront her. Christina faces an uncomfortable question. The confrontation could become one of the biggest moments in Christina's next chapter. Rather than allowing Christina to escape with vague explanations, she is pushed to answer a direct question about what has really been happening. For once, Christina struggles to find the right words. Her silence could say more than any confession. The situation becomes emotional as old wounds are reopened, and Christina is forced to acknowledge that some of her previous decisions have consequences she cannot simply walk away from. But there may be another twist. Christina could discover that someone else has been keeping a secret from her too. That revelation would completely change the balance of power. Suddenly, she would no longer be the only person with something to lose. A new threat emerges. While Christina tries to deal with the immediate fallout, another bombshell could be waiting around the corner. A new development threatens to drag her into a situation she never expected. Rather than being able to quietly rebuild her life, Christina may find herself caught in another complicated web involving trust, loyalty, and betrayal. Those closest to her begin questioning whether they can really believe everything she says. And that could leave Christina increasingly isolated. One wrong move could push someone important away for good. The tension rises as Christina realizes that she cannot control how other people react once the truth starts coming out. Her future hangs in the balance. The biggest question now is what Christina actually wants. Does she genuinely want to leave the drama behind, or is there another reason she keeps getting pulled back into old problems? Her future could depend on the answer. There is also the possibility that Christina will finally decide to stop running from difficult truths. Instead of allowing other people to make decisions for her, she could take matters into her own hands. That would mark a major change in her character. But taking control could come at a huge price. Christina may have to sacrifice relationships, security, and even the future she thought she wanted. And in Weatherfield, doing the right thing rarely guarantees a happy ending. Another bombshell could be coming. The biggest twist could be that Christina's current problems are connected to something much larger. A seemingly innocent detail may eventually prove to be the missing piece of the puzzle. When it comes to Christina, nothing may be as straightforward as it appears. A conversation, a secret message, or an unexpected arrival could suddenly turn everything upside down. And if Christina discovers that someone she trusted has been hiding the truth from her, her reaction could be explosive. She has already endured enough uncertainty. Now, she could finally reach breaking point. The emotional fallout could affect several residents, creating new tensions across the street. What happens next for Christina? Christina's future on Coronation Street is now looking anything but predictable. She may have hoped that life would finally settle down, but the latest bombshells suggest that Weatherfield has other plans. Her secrets could soon become impossible to contain, while another person's revelation threatens to change everything she thought she knew. The most intriguing question is whether Christina will finally come clean, or make one last desperate attempt to protect herself. Either way, her next chapter promises emotional confrontations, unexpected revelations, and potentially devastating consequences. One thing is certain, Christina's story is far from over. And if the latest clues are anything to go by, the biggest bombshell may still be waiting to explode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.